Good morning, guys. Good chilly morning from Mandeville, Louisiana. Out here at the Mandeville lakefront. Work has picked up. We've gotten some calls, got some jobs lined up, so I'm thankful for that. But I don't have to go to work until about 1 o'clock today, so I'm gonna be out here throwing a lure and seeing what we can find. Actually, let me just turn you around all the way. Beautiful morning out here. Sunny day. Low wind. Cool air. Hopefully some fish. It's about 45 degrees. It might be 48 now. It's slowly climbing up. It's supposed to get into the 60s today. So there's your morning conditions. Looks like a rising tide. Yeah, that's a rising. The tide will be rising. I actually checked it out this morning. Should start falling in about 30 minutes. So there you go. Beautiful day though. Good afternoon to all the ones that are in different time zones, or good morning, or good evening, depending on where you're at. They're doing a lot of construction over here, so now they got it completely blocked off. I can't go walk on the wall that I normally walk, so we will just work this area and see if we can find a fish that decides to swim back and forth or not. I always think about that when I fish out here. Brett, welcome in. Good morning. I'm using the Matrix Shad Shrimp Creole with some shrimp here. I got a death grip. Well, actually, that's a boat monkey jig head. I normally use death grip jig heads, but they ran out in the store, so I used the other brand. It's called Boat Monkey. They appear to be competing with death grip jig heads. So let's see. No, I'm jigging it. I'm bouncing it on the bottom. I cast, I'll let it fall, bounce it up, let it fall, bounce it up, let it fall. I do that all the way in because it's so cold. The fish are on the bottom. If there are fish here, I know there's fish, but will we get one to bite? I almost gave up on fishing this spot, but yeah, paddle tail on a jig head. It's like the universal lure in Southeast Louisiana. Probably around the world, honestly. I mean, they use them offshore, use them inshore. Little mini paddle tails in the creeks and stuff. Yeah. Creeks, I'm in Southeast Louisiana. Right now I'm fishing a little bit north of New Orleans. Yankee. Man, I'm in South Louisiana. I probably sound like a Yankee though, but that's funny. I'm in the same vicinity as G-Dad, like same coastal region. G-Dad's out in Texas, but I'm in Louisiana. I do watch his channel a lot though. You might have seen me on G-Dad, like, well, in the chat when he's live and stuff. I'll pop in G-Dad's lives. Yeah, Shreveport. I keep saying Texas. I don't know why I keep saying Texas. I think they lived in Texas, but they moved to Louisiana. I always get that mixed up. I'm bad with stories. I can't tell a joke to save my life. Like, my memory is just like, I have a very concrete memory, so if I don't see it, I don't remember it. I have to see it, say it, and hear it. I'm that type of person. Ashley, welcome in. Vest Tech, welcome in. Nope, just got started fishing. I have not caught anything. Very calm day today, though, finally. We've been having some pretty brutal wind. I even took my kayak out not too long ago, and I fought the wind all day. I caught fish, but it was just not fun. So, nice to have some calm weather for a change. Thank you, I appreciate that. What's up, Musical Mindset, aka Skull and Bones, and oh man, I subscribed to your other channel. It's like North. Oh man, I'm gonna remember it. Saw you just caught a peacock bass again, dude. That's awesome. In the winter time. Man, you might see me out there this spring sometime. You're making me jealous, man. That's one of my bucket list fish. I don't care if I catch it out of a little canal. Honestly, I see more people catch them out of those canals like you do versus like out in a boat. North Country, yeah, North Country South, that's it. I wanted to say like North Carolina something, but I know that wasn't it. Because you're down there in Florida. Liam, welcome in. Oh, cool. Yeah, I want to catch a peacock bass. I think this year I might make it a point to, I'm going to try to make it a point to come down that way. I want to catch a snook and a peacock for sure. I'd love to hang a tarpon. I might actually be able to hang a tarpon out here. Towards the end of the summer, last summer, a local dude caught a tarpon out here. That's pretty awesome in Louisiana, inshore Louisiana. Like offshore, they have tarpon rodeo. Actually, the Grand Isle Tarpon Rodeo, I believe, is the oldest fishing tournament there is in this country. They catch like massive tarpon out there. For sure. Florida, you can do year round, man. India, yeah, Indiana, you'd have to wait until it warms up for sure. Oh, nice. Yeah, I might think about March. It's probably going to be like May or early June. It shouldn't be too hot. I mean, it's going to be warm. I know that for sure. But probably the end of May, early June, if I had to guess, when I could get down that way. I will for sure. Musical, I'll let you know when I come down that way, no doubt. I'd love to link up with you and hit your stomping grounds, man. Buy one of your slingshots from you. Buy Stumpy from you. Hey, do you sell your slingshots? Real of life. Welcome in, Key. Did you get those jig heads yet? I don't know how long the mail process takes. Yeah, man, I want to buy one of your slingshots, bro. I can shoot that in my backyard. I love target practice. I bought a little BB gun that I shoot in my backyard for practice, just to keep the mechanics up when I can't go to the range. Not yet. Cool. Yeah, I was kind of nervous because, like, there was a long line at the post office. So I put it in the mail slot. It said only letters only, but it's like a little package. But the package side was closed. So I was like, well, it fits in the mail slot. So I'm going to put it in the mail slot and hopefully it gets where it's supposed to go. You don't sell them, huh? You should, man. Dude, that'd be like the best little side hustle in the world. You would kill it. I love your slingshots, man. Those things are cool. I'm used to the, I think you call it the wrist rocket, the old Daisy where it's got the wrist support. That's what I shot growing up. Dude, I used to do some damage with the slingshot back in the day. I used to go after the squirrels and stuff. Let's just say I was at a park. We were camping at a campground, me and some buddies. Yeah, the old wrist rocket. Key, I'm about to go back and watch that. I saw you caught like a huge crappie. I was hanging out with the wife all weekend, so I really wasn't able to catch up on videos and stuff. I'll do that when I go pick her up this evening. I'll go back and watch your stuff. I'll scrub through people's lives too. It's cool. Like I always tell people that if you can't hang in the whole live, just go back and scrub through it, you know, watch the footage. So if I can't get in people's lives, I'll go back and scrub them. But yeah, musical. I want to try the slingshot like you. You gotta hold the frame like you do. That's got to be a whole different dynamic because that wrist rocket, man, it gives you a lot of leverage. Makes it easy. Oh, what I was saying though, so we were camping at a park and I saw a squirrel. And my buddy, he had a slingshot, and I'm like, dude, I bet you I can take that squirrel out with a slingshot. It was probably a solid 40 yards away. I mean, let's see. Yeah, it was 40 yards. I was like, I bet I still got this. So he's like, nah, dude, you can't do that. I'm like, yeah, I'll take him out, watch. So he gave me a slingshot. He was a mechanic, so he had some big ball bearings. Dude, like, huge ball bearings. First shot, I saw the bearing go like right over his head. I missed him by like a half an inch. So I was like, I got you dialed in now. The squirrel did not flinch at all. Second shot, popped him. And I cooked him over a fireplace that night. It was pretty, the campfire, it was epic. It was kind of like just like a men's retreat kind of deal, you know, and everyone's cooking steaks and potatoes over the fire. I'm cooking my squirrel. It was epic. Oh, really? Interesting. I guess that's a technique. I'm curious to see how much leverage it has, being that it's just no support and you're just holding the trunk of it. I see you shooting that thing, man. I'm like, man, how in the world is he holding that thing and not like bouncing all the like? That's skill, dude. That's some mad skill. I might be out here for a couple hours. I was talking earlier before everyone popped on. I always try to give like a little intro just in case people watch it after I post. But work's finally picking up, so I have a little job to go to around 1 o'clock today. So I have a couple hours to fish this morning though. But work's finally picking back up. Yeah, you're right, man. The fresh groceries. There's actually the action hat guy. You guys see me wear the action hat with the GoPro on. His whole motto is fish fresh, or fresh fish. Pretty much eating what he's catching fresh. along the, like I said earlier, I'm bad with like remembering stuff and saying, my memory is toast. I'm dyslexic too. I'm like mildly dyslexic, so I get stuff upside down and backwards all the time. It'd be epic to catch a fish in this spot, man. The last time I was live, it was last week I came out here, and I pretty much said, I'm just gonna give this spot a rest until spring, because it has been dead. But a few of you are like, nah, man, don't quit. Keep going back. You never know what you're going to catch. And that is true. Like fishing, I could catch like a 80-pound fish out of here, which is like, that's an actual legit possibility. I'm not even being, I'm not exaggerating. Like I could catch a monster out of this little channel. But it's just been dead. Yeah, appreciate you guys. Hit that thumbs up. Let's see. Granada Lake in Mississippi. Granada Lake, I guess that they hold a lot of crappie and stuff in there, or sac-a-lait as we'd say down here in Louisiana. Musical. Yeah, I hear you. Look, I'll switch lures. There's really not many lures out here. Let me see, how do I want to say this? The area I'm fishing, there's really only 2 or 3 ways to fish this little canal. Like I'm doing right now with a jig head, bouncing the artificial. And I can swim it, so it gives me 2 options. I can swim it in the water column, or I can jig it on the bottom. So that already gives me 3 different techniques with just 1 lure. That's why I use a jig head so often, because you can fish it multiple ways. You can even put it under a popping cork. So fishing a jig head with a swim bait, that's my main way of fishing. A lot of people that fish artificial lures out here, that's their main way. Swimming this bad boy, you just jig it up and down, or you can swim it. And then you can put a lighter jig head and it falls even slower, and you can work, which is really what I should do. But I know the fish are on the bottom. That's why I have a heavy jig head on. I've gotten that question a few times. So first methodology is working a jig head on a swim bait out here. Second most popular methodology out here is a popping cork. But I'm fishing, the water I'm fishing here is too deep for a popping cork. Though I see people out here trying it all the time. Unless there's like an active feeding session, which I have never seen out here. The popping cork just doesn't work right here. And then the third most common out here is jerk baits or twitch baits. Any kind of hard plastic suspending lure. That's probably the third most common. So I'm really limited to what I can do right here. And then fish dead bait on the bottom. That's probably the most common practice bank fishing out here, is just throwing some dead bait out and sitting there and waiting. But I can't do that. Oh yeah, for sure, musical. PK. PK. Jigs are where it's at. That's just, once you learn how to fish a jig and you feel that strike, you don't ever want to fish anything else, because you know how effective it can be. Let's see here. Oh, cool, real. Dude, the collaborating thing is so fun. Like doing the split screen and all that stuff, because like me and Key could do this too if we set it up. Any of us, if we can line up schedule, like, and it doesn't even have to be every week. It could be once every 6 months or something. Just say, hey, let's plan a day where we know we're both gonna do decent, because I just go live when I can, just because I have the time to do it, and keep the channel going. But there are certain times of the year where I know I'm just going to hammer the fish. And depending on where, like from the bank. Like springtime, let's see, February, March, around April. April and May, that's when it really gets going again. All the way through like June. But yeah, I'm definitely, there's a couple people I'm going to start collaborating with. I'm going to try to do Tim from Arizona Outdoors. We're going to try to do like a once a month thing. Because you can't collaborate every week. That's just, I mean, you can, but that's a hard schedule to maintain. I can barely guarantee that I can fish every week, so. Let's see. Thanks, Musical. Yeah, that was fun. I'm gonna, you actually kind of inspired me to do that because I watch you jam and, dude, just, it kind of brought back memories of when I started playing music. Because I've been playing, Key probably has the same story too. Because he plays drums. That's awesome. Man, when I first started playing music, I bought a bass from a pawn shop. I didn't know what I was doing, man. I just started making noise with the thing. Then I bought a little like instructional book and a DVD and learned a couple scales and kind of went from there. And you know, I mostly play bass, but dude, I just love getting on my electric guitar and noodling around. I kind of do what you do on electric guitar. Bass is a little different. I'm more of a bass player, you know. I'm not phenomenal or anything, but I can kind of get the job done. Creek, I'm about to check that out, man. I'm gonna do a little bit more freshwater fishing coming up in the spring because I really want to get on those sockeye. But I have some good spots near me. But it would be cool to get into a lake where, with someone who knows where they're stacked up at, and just pull a limit in. That would be fun. Oh, okay, so Musical. Let's see. Hold on. You went. Nice. Triple digit cats. What? That's massive. So Musical, that guitar was a Fender Stage Master. It's a through neck, which means the neck is built into the body. There's no, there's no screws or bolts that attach the neck to the guitar. It's pretty serious. And I don't know how many they built. Like I started researching it a little bit. It's definitely a rare electric guitar. It's not like you can't just go somewhere and find one of those. A buddy of mine back in the day that I played music with, he used to sell and trade guitars. And I saw that he was playing it, but I knew he was going to be selling it. I'm like, man, how much you want to sell that guitar for? And he gave me a pretty decent price on it, so I bought it. It's a lifetime guitar. It's like one of those guitars you don't get rid of. Even if you don't play, you buy it and you keep that sucker. Yeah, Breeze, I don't do all political stuff, man. We just fishing here. And I'll talk about music because music's a passion of mine. Little guitar. This was actually a buddy of mine put this concert on like years ago, and he had a few extra hats and just gave it to me. I love that. This is like one of my favorite hats. Flambeau. It's backwards. There you go. It's just a cool hat. Really, you better hit me up if you come out here to Mississippi, man. I'll make a trip up there and go fish with you guys. I don't know if I just like felt like something tugged my line there for a second. I probably just swam it over like a stick or something. But man, that sure felt like a fish. Breeze, I appreciate you, man. Yeah, watch all my videos and shorts too. So I do lives like this. When I'm in my kayak and I go live, I most likely will be on the fish. Like my last live, I got on the fish pretty early and then it died. But I'll make videos of it too, and I have just some cool videos. I have like over 200 videos, so definitely go check that out. I appreciate it. No, I'm in South Louisiana, but it sounds like creek seeker fishing is in Mississippi, so they're kind of going back and forth. Talking about the Mississippi spots, which I would love to go up there. There's a I don't think he watches my channel. He used to watch my channel a good bit. The Fishing Preacher. Oh man. It's not, was it Albert? I think his name's Albert. The Fishing Preacher. He fishes up in Mississippi. And we met at the aquarium in New Orleans. And I started watching his channel. He goes after the crappie a lot up where he's at. But we just never made it happen to go fishing together. What? Oh, so you know who I'm talking about, the Fishing Preacher. Creeks? You know who I'm talking about then. Yeah, everyone in Louisiana goes to Mississippi to go hunt because it's not as developed anymore. Okay, you're in North Mississippi. Gotcha. Right on the state line. So you're a good few hours away then. Yeah, I didn't know if you were like in southern Mississippi, more by the coast or not. That might be like a 4-hour drive for me. Hey, Don, Jay Fishing, welcome in. Jay, what's your name if you don't mind throwing it out there so I can just call you, I just call you Jay. I know that's how it works. Don, I appreciate you guys the other day trying to guide me in my banging my head up against the wall trying to find speckled trout ordeal the other day. I should have just stayed in that one spot, but my curiosity got the best of me. Okay, Don. Ron, gotcha. Oh, okay, Jay, cool. Some people like to be called by their names, and you eventually get to know people's names off their handles. It's pretty cool. So I try my best. Yeah, if you guys check out Musical Mindsets page, man. He's his channel. Let's see, Jay. Yeah, I got you as a moderator on here. Cool. Oh, you coming out Sunday? Ooh, the weather's gonna be bad. How long are you gonna be out here, John? Ron. There's so many people. Ron, how long are you gonna be down here? I think we're supposed to get a lot of rain Saturday. Chaos Goat Fishing, welcome in. Let's see here. Be there Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Okay. I'll have to see how work goes. I'm finally I'm finally getting work. Work's picking up, so but I might be able to slip away depending on how the weather is and where you're fishing at. I'd love to get on the boat with you for a couple hours at least. Let's see. I know we've been talking about that for a good minute since you popped on here. I haven't forgotten. I'm always down to go fishing with someone in a boat, man. Friends with boats rule. I'll be living that boat life hopefully in a couple of years. But I got priorities. You gotta get here before you can get here. So I'm gonna scoot down this way a little bit. Let's see what's happening. Yeah, man, dude, friends with boats are awesome. I'm thankful to have the friends I do that. All my friends, like, I have a funny story how it's been happening. I've fished my whole life, and you know, with the YouTube channel, all my friends are like, oh, cool, I didn't realize you fish so much. Well, all the friends that I've had over the years that watch me fish, like, hey, I just bought a boat. Come out and teach me how to fish. And it's been a fun experience just helping my friends, getting on the fish and stuff. I'd be a dangerous man with a boat. I'm using a swim bait right now. It's a matrix shad on a jig head with a little, well, it doesn't say shrimp on there, but that's shrimp pro here. It's backwards, but I think you can read it backwards. Oh, dude, you're getting a Hobie? Heck yeah. I mean, even if it's like a Pelican with the pedals, still, that's awesome. Oh, you're gonna get into some fishing down there, man, where you're at with a kayak, dude. You're about to be a dangerous man in that pedal kayak. That'll 100%. Musical has changed my fishing. I almost quit fishing for a while. There was a pier out here that keeps getting destroyed. Let me give you my fishing story real quick. So, just to give you a little inspiration, musical. Let's see, hold up. Let me read this. Going to a couple wood carving seminars, not bringing my boat this. Oh, man. Man, Don, you always got something going out. That's the boat life, too. That's why I don't have a boat, because there's always something going out on a boat or a trailer. And I can't afford to fix everything right now. Hey, man, a 12-footer, anything 12-footer and pedal drive is golden. Like, you're going to kill it. So anyway, musical. Excuse me, my allergies, man. I deal with seasonal allergies. Like, it seems like all year. They're seasonal, but it's all year. So when I started fishing when I was really young, a neighbor saw me throwing my fishing rod out in the street. I grew up in Denver. And I'm just out in the street throwing a fishing rod with like a weight. I didn't even have one of those little plastic toy fishes on the end. I just had a weight. And I'm just throwing the weight, learning how to cast my fishing pole. Out in the streets of Denver. And so my neighbor saw me just out there practicing. He's like, all right, this kid can cast. Cool. He's like, man, you want to go fishing? I'm like, absolutely. I wish I remember. I don't know if they even remember me. I'm sure they do, because I was just like that kid out in the street all the time. Like, I was just that kid. And he took me fishing in the lake. And you know those little like inner tubes that you have, like it's the waders, but you're in the inner tube with the rod holders and all that stuff. It was that kind of fishing. So I was out there in a little inner tube, just living the little kid life, throwing a fishing rod. It was awesome. I'll never forget that. I didn't catch a fish, but I just remember like being out there like fishing. It was the coolest thing ever. I don't clearly remember it, but I remember. So anyway, then one of my friend's moms knew that I loved fishing. So she took me to a pond out there in Colorado, and I caught my first catfish fishing in a little pond out there. And that was the last time I fished. Between then and probably, I don't know, I was like 12 or 13. That's when I moved out here. And, you know, my stepdad, he would take me fishing a couple times, but I just got on my bicycle and I'd go pond to pond on a bicycle and just get permission to go fish ponds. And that's just how we used to do out in the country until it got developed. So then that died. I couldn't fish anymore because everyone bought all the land and you couldn't fish the private property. So then I didn't fish for like another who knows how many years. And then me and my buddy discovered the pier out here and we found out that people were catching fish. So we started fishing this pier. And again, I don't have a boat. I'm just bank fishing. That's kind of how I grew up. Pond hopping, and then we started fishing the pier, catching big black drum. It was awesome. And then Hurricane Katrina destroyed the pier. So I didn't fish for a while after that because that's all I knew. I didn't have access to a boat. I didn't have friends with boats at that time. We were all like working and raising kids and stuff. So after that period, they rebuilt the pier and I kind of got back into pier fishing, and I'd fish off the bank in Grand Isle, you know, I'd do a little bit of that. And then the storm destroyed the pier again. So I went another few years without fishing. And then finally I had enough because I loved fishing so much. That's when I bought my kayak. And it was game over after that. Once I got the kayak, dude, my whole world opened up. And that's why I'm doing YouTube videos about fishing right now. Because of, you know, I met a guy named Ty Sutherland. His channel's 30 miles out. I don't know if you've seen his channel or not. You need to check it out. But he's the one who really got me going on this later in life journey. So I practically quit fishing at one point. I was like, I'm done fishing. Let's see. So that's my short story about my fishing career. Ah, you got one of those grizzlies. That's awesome. 20 foot. Is that a 20 footer? The 2072? I'm assuming that 20 is it's probably 20 feet by 72 inches. Dude, that's a big boat. Oh man, that's a boat. Heck yeah. 21 foot. Oh man, dude, that's a boat. It's got the V hole. Is like semi V, like at the front's a V and then it goes more to a flat bottom. I think that's what those grizzlies are. I'd love to have a grizzly, man. Those things are tanks. What's up? Small water charter fishing. Yeah, cool. It's got the V hole. SWC for short. Welcome in. Thank you for tuning in. I'm just doing my not so daily fishing report. I've kind of just named it this because like I'm not gonna ever guarantee catching a fish at this spot. But when I have time to fish, I at least can go out and try, you know? And hanging out and talk with you guys. When I'm not in the kayak fishing is a little more difficult because I gotta pay attention to what I'm doing. Sorry about that. I have my I have my settings to where my do not disturb, where only my wife can call through. But every now and then, like a spam will beat the system and stop my live. Like it's such a pain in the butt. So sorry about that if you guys saw the little glitch. Man, go after those crappie. You guys are like the crappie masters out there. That's awesome. Do you do any saltwater fishing at all, SWC? Or do you guys just strictly do freshwater out there at Okeechobee? Hey, Fun and Joy, welcome in. Don, I think he's down there by like Clearwater. He fishes the Okeechobee. Ooh, it's warming up already. I could probably take this jacket off if I wanted to. But I got a little bit of a breeze. 4-hour drive, that's not too bad. Yeah, Don, he gets on, man, he can catch some crappie. Him and Ronio. I watch Ronio a lot. Ronio's Adventures. They fish together a lot. They do some damage. Yeah, I've kind of done what I wanted to do, like saltwater fishing. Well, no, I can't say that. I can't truly say that. But I fished the causeway. I fished the train trestles. I caught trout on both of those. Like, I've been trying to catch trout off of those two bridges for a long time out of my kayak. So I've already done that starting off the year. So I feel like this year is going to be it should be an epic fishing year for me. Let's see. Lake Tarpon for Sac-A-Lait. Cool. Ron, you're down there. You're farther down like Tampa. No, you're in the Panhandle. I'm trying to remember. Let's see. Hey, what's up, Jeff? Good morning, man. Jeff, have you been fishing a lot? Okay, so Don, you're in Clearwater too. That's another thing I need to add to my list this year. Get the net. Him and I need to go fishing together. He's got a killer spot. And I need to get the kayak over there and tear up the redfish with him. Jeff, I was saying that this year I started it off with a bang, man. Catching a trout on the causeway, caught the trout on the trestles out of my kayak. So I kind of already did what I've been wanting to do on that end. I'm wanting to shift gears and like fish different places now. I felt like I got that under my belt. I did it and I'm good. I was going down to Myrtle Grove the other day and they had that big oil truck, a big tanker truck flip over. That's Ben from Marsh and Bayou. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, so thanks, bro. I appreciate it. It's been a good year so far. So I kind of want to shift gears. I was going to go down to Myrtle Grove, and then they had the big oil spill with the 18-wheeler. I'm glad I turned around and went back to the Wrigley's, because I would have been stuck at that spot for like all day if I would have just waited. But I mean, I was sitting in traffic for 2 hours. I'm like, nah, I'm turning around. That's why I ended up at the Wrigley's the other day. But I want to try like new places this year. I've been fishing the same spots. I know, like, especially if I get a charter, I know I can go to certain places now and say, hey, I'm going to put you on the fish. So I'm going to kind of give those places a break unless I have a charter. And then Yeah, so I'm gonna try new spots to fish. I wanted to do Myrtle Grove. I want to take a trip down to Venice this spring too, before the water gets high. You know, when the river's low. Dude, hey Jeff, if you're ever down for a trip down to Venice, we need to try to set that up. That'd be fun if you're still on here. Man, you need to start a YouTube channel. Jeff, I don't think, do you have a YouTube? I always ask you this. I don't think you actually have a channel though. Like, Sunday, I could probably meet you after church Sunday. Let's see, what's going on? Oh, let's see, I'm playing at church. Let's see. I could probably take my kayak with me to church and then come meet you. You gonna fish by your house Sunday? Okay, you do have a channel, but you don't like to talk about it. I know, man. Jeff's like a humble dude. He doesn't really, he's just a good dude. Yeah, if you're fishing by your house, man, I might be able to shoot after church, because I can take I-10 and just come straight up and meet you out there. Fish for a couple hours. Well, I'll have to see. The weather's supposed to be pretty bad Saturday, but that cold weather is going to push them over by you. So I know that's going to be, that could be an epic day, actually. Birch, welcome in. I'll talk to the wife and see what our plans are this weekend. Jerry, welcome in. I might be fishing Friday. I don't know what you're doing on Friday. Actually, I'm trying to set up a charter for Friday. That would actually be killer to take him out by you, and then we could fish together out there. Let's see. Oh, dude, that's what's up. Yeah, I'll just come right after church. Just bring a couple fishing rods and some tackle. I know I don't need much to fish out by you. Friday won't work. Okay, cool. I might just try to, if I don't fish Friday, then I'll try to make it out there Sunday. We'll see. We'll try to make it happen. I kind of want to catch a rainbow trout at the ponds in Hammond. But I already caught it. I caught a rainbow trout in the wild, so I'm pretty good on the rainbow trout. I don't feel the need to go out there and throw out some corn or gulp and try to catch some farm-raised rainbow trout. All right, bro. I'll keep in contact with you. I'll talk to the wife and see about Sunday. She'll probably have a lot of schoolwork and stuff to do and get ready for the week anyway. That might work out. Man, I am not getting a bump. I'm trying to slow it down. Bank fishing Tuesday in Grand Isle. Oh man, that's awesome. I had a buddy of mine, Fish Scale. He fished down there in Grand Isle a couple weeks ago, and they did pretty decent. They caught a lot of everything. There's some sheep's head, redfish, trout. They kind of got them all. Let's see. I'm gonna walk down this way. It's gonna get loud because I'm going to be by the construction zone. But I kind of want to fish a little farther down here and see if there's some fish that want to bite down here. Yeah, Ron, good luck on Tuesday, man. Hope you tear them up. It should be good fishing. Hey, Ron, do you know the spot? All right, if you're still here, you go through the toll booth going into Grand Isle. I know you know where Leeville is. if you go on the new bridge, take the first curve and then take the second curve, the old Highway 1 bridge goes down and then it wraps back around to Leeville. Have you ever fished that little spot down there? Let's see. I'm staying in Canada Sunday. Oh, cool. You'll be in Raceland. Nice. But yeah, so go Highway 1, going to Grand Isle, the big bridge, but not far after you take the last curve to get on the long straightaway. The old Highway 1 bridge goes down and you can wrap back north to Leeville, and there's a cool little bank fishing spot right there. Yo, you know the spot. Okay, cool. Yeah, where the lift boats are. Jeff knows where all that is too. Yep. That's an awesome little bank fishing spot. Probably right now would be like this time of year too. Those trout, there's a deep little canal right there. And those trout stack up in there. I love fishing that little spot in the wintertime. I just haven't done it in a while. You'll catch everything right there. Trout, black drum, redfish, flounder. They call them channel mullet, but they're a southern kingfish. Put a little shrimp and a little hook on. You know the deal. I don't need to tell you. You know more about it than I do, that's for sure. I appreciate all the wisdom. Shit, my brother-in-law. Oh, nice. Let's see, what time is it? 9:37. Supposedly the white trout stack up. People keep telling me the white trout will stack up on this little cove, but I can't cast that far. But the wind is kind of blowing my lure over that way now. So let's see if we can catch something in this little pocket. Yeah, there's dolphin out there too, for sure. Can't stand dolphins, man. They have their place in this world, but man, they will terrorize you. Jeff, were you there? You were there when we fished Ride the Bull. Did you see the dolphin that was charging me? I don't think you were fishing right next to me. Do you remember when that dolphin hit me in my kayak during Ride the Bull? Dude, everyone's yelling, shark! The freaking dolphin rammed in my kayak. Tried to knock me out of my boat. Oh, dude, that was crazy. Everyone's like yelling, shark! Dolphin rams into my kayak and almost knocks me out of my boat. Oh my gosh. That's forever ingrained. I still see that dorsal fin coming at me, man. I'll never forget that day. Grumpy Orca, welcome in. Yeah, musical. I got hit by a dolphin, bro. Dolphins, I don't like dolphins. I mean, they're cool. Like, don't get me wrong. I don't hate dolphins. But man, I don't like fishing around them anymore because of that day. Ooh, 14 degrees. You can keep that, man. That's why I love South Louisiana. I mean, it gets cold out here too. Dude, that year, because we had the wind, the tide was rolling so hard at that point, you thought it was wind blowing the water. But when I got into that little cut, that tide was insane. I'm kind of over Ride the Bull. I would love to go and just like catch a bull redfish just to say I caught one in the tournament, because I've never caught a bull red in the tournament. I feel like I'm the worst angler out there. It's literally the lottery tournament. Like, it's just your number is called and you get the fish. Okay, welcome in from Arkansas. I'm on a canal that's off of Lake Pontchartrain. So there's Lake Pontchartrain out there. And this is a little harbor that's connected to Lake Pontchartrain in South Louisiana. Well, if you're in Arkansas, you might know where Lake Pontchartrain is. That's crazy, man. I've had the worst luck at Ride the Bull. I might go back this year just for like, cause I feel like I need to go and catch a redfish in that tournament just to say I did it. But I've never had luck, man. I've done everything: cracked crab, whole crab, dead shrimp, whole white trout, cut mullet, artificial baits, everything. Dude, I have done everything that I know how to do. Top water. Man, you probably saw me fight that jack too. That cracked me up, man. I'm like, yeah, I finally got a redfish. It was a Jack Crevalle. Oh, which was still fun, but I just can't catch a redfish in that tournament. Okay, yeah, so you know the area real well then from all that mess. Did you come down here and help with us? Like, shout out to Charles if he's one of the people that came down here after Katrina and helped gut and help restore South Louisiana and Mississippi. Look, Mississippi had it worse than us. We had it bad. They just had it differently. They got hit by the storm. We had a lot of damage too. But ours was like levee failures and infrastructure failures that was the demise. I mean, you guys know the story. If you don't, then it's easy to look up. Jeff's laughing at me. I'm gonna have a Ride the Bull redemption. I might make a video. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go live on Ride the Bull. Do a live. Then I'll catch a fish. All right, man. Have a good day at work, bro. Stay safe. I'll check with the wife about Sunday. I have a feeling Friday is gonna be my day, but I'll try. If not, then I'll come out Sunday. Catch you later, dude. Oh, cool. So you're a claims adjuster. I almost got into it. A friend of mine was trying to get me into adjusting at that time because that was the time to jump into it. Sadly, but that's just how it worked. Okay, cool. My phone was doing glitchy things. The service pops in and out here. It's crazy. Yeah, I wouldn't want to do it. Like, I'm glad I didn't get into it. I stayed on the construction end, the manual labor end of that field. Yeah, I heard it's real good money, but money's not everything. I know that for a fact. Woo! Thank you. These are really old Costas. All the plastic and rubber, like they're all gone. A buddy of mine gave these to me for my birthday probably 6 or 7 years ago. That's a testament for Costas. I've had these glasses for like 7 years. I mean, I've taken care of them, but I use them hard. Like they're my fishing glasses. I vouch for Costa, that's for sure. They're good glasses. You can see through the water. They protect your eyes. Don, I bet. I can only imagine the stories you have. Woo! That was the other thing. I was on the end of helping people get their lives back together versus like doing what you do. Like, you have a tough job, sir, or had a tough job. I talked with an adjuster. He was living out of his car. Like, take a shower once a week. Like, oh man, that was rough. Worrying about getting like shot from someone who got upset, you know, about not being able to do their claim and whatever. Like, I get it. Yeah, I take care of Charles. I take care of all my stuff. I rinse everything off after I use it. A lot of people like make fun of me, but I'm like, but they're 7-year-old glasses and they look brand new. And I use the snot out of them. I don't just like, you know, put them on in the office or something like that. Like, they're not casual wear. I've been using these. Every video you see, I have these on. I mean, they're in the elements. The heat, the cold, sunscreen, bug spray, all of it. That's why the rubber wore off. Yeah, Don, look, I don't say too much, but I have to too, because like I'll do some work in New Orleans, and it's unfortunate that I have to think that way. But it's a reality. I mean, it's kind of everywhere now. It's sad, but it's just a reality. Guys, I might have to pop off here, and I gotta keep the tabs on the job today. I'm supposed to start at 1. Let's see, my personal best bet. All right, Charles, go back and watch my big bassing. I have 2 videos back to back. Me and a buddy went bass fishing. It should be pretty easy to find. It might be in my freshwater playlist, but I caught my PB bass on that video. It was epic for me. That was a fun day. Me and my buddy were throwing topwater frogs. It was a private pond. Well, it's really a lake, and we destroyed it. Yeah, man, check out the bass fishing video. It's like 2 of them back to back, like a part 1 and part 2. The first one, it's like black because we were fishing in the dark, and you could see like the water and the lights and stuff. It was pretty brutal, but the quality of the video got better as the day went on. So you kind of have to push through that. I try my best to put out as decent quality as I can with the tools that I have. But it is my goal that probably in the next well, actually, I'm about to be monetized. Well, I say monetized. Doctor. Ooh, man. All right, hey, Don, let me pray for you real quick. Ron, Lord, we lift up Ron this morning as he's getting ready to go to the doctor with his knee. We just pray that this struggle that he's been dealing with is healed by the blood of Jesus. By your blood that we are healed. By his stripes that we receive healing in our body. And I just pray a supernatural healing over Don's knee, that if it comes down to the surgeons that need to do what they need to do, that you give them the most skilled surgeon to get him back in operation. And Lord, just complete healing for Ron's body in Jesus' name, amen. I think I snagged something too. I don't know what that is. Ron, we're praying for you, buddy. I got a lot of prayer warriors on this channel too, man. If you guys ever need prayer, there's people that'll pray for you. I caught a little tree. That was a snap. Sorry about that. Like, I was praying and I got a bite. I was like, Lord? But yeah, Ron, we're really you're gonna be all right, man. You're gonna get back on your feet and pain-free. I went through it. Whew, I've had a few surgeries and stuff, and the Lord's been good to me and got me to where I can function in life again without medicine. Ow, 2 right replacement. Ow, man, and they got the Mako. Did they use the Mako machine on you, or was it like old school, where like bone saw on it and junk? That new technology, man, it's my father-in-law had in place. Well, I think he ended up getting both of his done. And he's working out at the gym and doing what he can to stay in shape now, and it's been good. I always joke with my wife. I'm like, I'm probably gonna be the if they ever have like bionic limbs and junk, I'm gonna sign up for that junk. Like, give me a mechanical leg, man. Tighten up a screw here and there, and I'll be good. Some hydraulics, I'll be all right with that. I'll be like RoboCop. I don't know if you guys have seen that in the news lately, but they're actually working on like chips that they're implanting on like paraplegic people that can't use their legs and arms, and that it's actually giving them they're actually having movement with these chips and they're inserted. I know it's like end of time kind of like it's a sketchy area, but man, if I were in that situation, I would sign up for that junk. I'd be like, man, sign me up. Make me that person that I can, if a chip can help me function again, I'll turn into a bionic person. That's funny. No alligators in this weather. No, honestly, they probably could get up on that bank and they probably sun, but they're not swimming. There's a loon, a bird, swimming over there. Definitely no alligator though. Wow. Oh, good. So the new replacement's better. Good, good. I know that can be a nightmare. I broke my left knee in a bad. I got in one wreck. Like I got hit. You might have heard me talk about it. I was riding a motorcycle and I got hit by a car. I got rear-ended by a car and I was going 40. So they were going like 60 when they hit me and just plowed in me. Broke all my right arm. Like everything in my right arm was destroyed. They put me back together. I broke my left knee, split my patella in half, but they let it grow. Like it healed back together. But man, I had to break all the scar tissue up and the arthritis. Like I had to do a lot of physical therapy. So I know what you're going through. Maybe not to the extent, but I know the pain. I'm familiar with it for sure. So I definitely empathize with you. Don, welcome in. It is good to be alive. You are correct, sir. I'm gonna go until about like 10:15, and then I'm gonna shut this live off. And I gotta check into work and see if the supplies are ready. Well, I'm waiting on materials. They were supposed to come in last week, but they're in. They just have to be picked up. So I'm gonna check on that, and then I might pop back on in a little bit. But I just don't want to miss a phone call because I have my do not disturb on, so it won't just abruptly cut the live off. All right, Ron, good luck on the doctor's appointment. I know I know you got a jet. Anyway, we will be praying for you. Anytime, anytime. Let's see. Don Bennett. I am just fishing for whatever bites, but I'd love to catch a speckled trout or a redfish. That's kind of a likely candidate today. Catfish is always possible. I'd really love to catch a speckled trout off the bank though. That'd be nice. All right, Charles, thanks for popping in. Definitely watch those videos though. I appreciate it. No, I haven't. I've seen a couple people that I think fish out that way. I just I try to stay away from the West Bank. Where on the West Bank would you fish for crappie? Let's see. He's Let's see here. Oh, West Wego. Okay. I've only been to West Wego one time. I think I saw like Bayou Pete. I imagine that's where he was fishing. I watched this guy called Bayou Pete, and he found this little spot right off the marsh where he was catching crappie. It's like a little freshwater pond or something. But I'm gonna probably go fish the Chafuncta River. Might go out to Bayou Lacombe this year. I have a couple spots that they're well-known crappie spots. So I'm gonna probably hit those up this year for sure. Probably in the next week, maybe even this week. Oh, cool, you follow Pete? He's awesome, man. I love that guy. My wife's a huge fan of him too, because there's a structure on a twin span in the water in Lake Pontchartrain, and we pass it up all the time. We're like, man, what was that? Like, there's got to be someone that knows what all those pilings were. And we've asked people for years. And I asked him on one of his live streams, does he know what all that was? And he's like, yeah, it was a cattle corral. Back in the day, they used to ship cattle in, and that was the corral that the cattle would walk on. The whatever you would call it, the not harbor, not dock. It was a dock, but for cattle. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, he's a cool guy, man. I like watching that guy. Just a good dude. Oh, here comes all those birds. Watch all these birds. All these kamikaze birds, I like to call them. That's insane. Thousands of birds. They just come out of nowhere. You see all those little black specks flying? Those are all birds. It's not bugs. Oh my gosh, there's thousands of them. Oh, yeah, that's probably what they are, those little bluebirds. I bet that's exactly what those are. They have a white chest, but they got the blue on. Ronyo, welcome in. Blue martins. I bet that's what those are. Oh, I wish I had my Marlin. I have a bird app that it'll like listen to the birds chirping and it'll tell you what kind of bird they are. It's too noisy out here and I'm going live, so I can't do that. Oh, he fat fingered the keyboard. Yeah. And then he got autocorrect and all the other junk that messes up the typing. Blue Martins. I'm going to look that up and see. I can't see the tops of them. But they got a white chest. I don't think Blue Martins have a white chest though, do they? I'm not an ornithologist, so I wouldn't know. I do know quite a bit of birds out here though. I try to stay on top of that. I mean, there's thousands of them. It's insane. Ron, yo, you going with SWC today to go catch the crappie again? He must be retired because I know you said you had to go to work the day after you guys had your fish off. Well, that's what he does. He's a charter captain, it seems like. Hence his name. That's insane. It's crazy when that cold weather pushes those birds through. He has to eat cichlids. That's awesome. I saw, dude, was that a bunch of Mayan cichlids that you caught you were cleaning the other day? I didn't get to watch it, but I saw you posted something with all those cichlids. Oh, and Oscar. It's so funny. When I saw that you guys catch Oscar out there, I'm like, man, those are like pets out here. But that's exactly what happened. Someone had a pet Oscar and released it and made 1 million baby Oscars. Too lazy, welcome in. I'm actually about to shut it down. I gotta get check out on work and see how the schedule is for the day because I'm supposed to start at 1. But I got to make sure that everything's good to go. It's been kind of an ongoing, yeah. Anyway. Great eating fish. Interesting. It's funny because like the fish you would think are just like pets and like they actually are like other countries. That's their native species and that's what they eat. Let's see. Let's walk back down to the car. I didn't get a single bite there. I was working the jig slow too. If Dave was in here, he'd tell me to slow it down. I slowed it down. Take a couple casts down here and then I'm gonna hang it up and check on the work. I might pop back on. I might go to the lakefront. With this north wind, the water will be nice and clear. And might find a sheep's head or a redfish or something. You never know. We'll take a couple more casts though. Maybe we'll catch a fish. Maybe. Let's see. The tide was rising. Yeah, it's starting to stop. So I guarantee you when it turns around and starts falling, that would be a good time to catch a fish. Ooh, yeah, sounds good. I could use some soul food right now. Some collard greens, some red beans and rice. You're talking my language now. I need to make some red beans and rice. Yep, I know what you're talking about. Some cornbread. Oh, If you have not tried the honey flavored Jiffy cornbread, you're missing out. Next time you make cornbread, try to find the honey flavored Jiffy cornbread. Whoo, that stuff is good. I'd love to catch a shark too. Oh, yeah, that's definitely spam. Thanks, Joy. He told me I suck. Yeah, to each his own. I wish I'd catch a fish too. Oh. Yeah, get that honey flavored Jiffy cornbread. Oh my goodness. If you got like a cast iron, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. I appreciate that, Joy. Yeah, I was debating on whether even to come out here because it's been dead. Except for those two bass at the end of the wall. Now I can't even get to those two bass. I was going to try to catch those dudes just to show you guys how big those bass were that I saw last week. That's much better. We'll let you ride in here like that. Keep it right. Well in. Your comment might have got translated improperly, and so I appreciate you keeping it right. All right, one more cast after this, and then I gotta call it, and then I might pop back on here in a little bit. So just stay tuned for that if you guys want to continue watching me try to catch a fish. That's why they call it fishing, not catching. Is that an eagle? Can't tell if that's an osprey or an eagle. That might be the baby eagle because they don't really get their, that's a big bird. I've caught all kinds of fish in my life. Hey, Llewellyn, I can't pronounce that. You know who you are. Go back, sub to my channel, and go back and watch my videos, and you can see all the different types of fish I've caught. I've caught a lot of different types of fish. Redfish, speckled trout, flounder, black drum, bluefin tuna, bonita, bass, catfish, all the different sunfish varieties. Hey, Mo Grizzly, welcome in. Last cast, guys. Yeah, the bald eagles are like blowing up. It's awesome. I'm so happy. It's because they're not spraying the pesticides. The pesticides are what killed off the bald eagles. I mean, I remember hearing it back in the day, but it just kind of came back. And they don't spray them like they used to. They just kind of spray the fog for the mosquitoes, and that's about it. But the eagles are making an awesome comeback, man. I see them all over the place now. All right, I'm gonna work this one real slow just because the fish are probably in a comatose with this weather right now. If I was in my kayak, I'd be catching fish. Like, there's no doubt about that. But I'm just stuck in this one spot just because it's my only option for right now. That was a cormorant that just flew by. If you were wondering, if you saw that bird. There's two birds up there that are flying. I can't tell what those are. Those might be buzzards. Let's see if I can zoom in on them. See that one way up there? And there's another one flying around with it. There it is. There's the other one. That might be a mated pair of eagles. It's too high for me. I can't really see them. They're too far and too high. That very well could be the mated pair of eagles that live out here. I think those are the eagles. And then we got the red-tailed hawks. I started seeing falcons out here. Like, I guess they're coming down here for the winter. Let's see here. Don't stop fishing. Just throw your line far out. Yeah. Oh yeah, appreciate that, Joy. Telling everyone, yeah, turn your notifications to all if you have subscribed, or if you have been subscribed and you want to know when I go live, turn that notification bell on to all, so you can see every time I go live or anytime I put a video up. But yep, this is the end of this live, guys. I really appreciate you guys coming in. Say yeah, howdy. Hey, my man. Welcome in. I'm closing it up. There you go. Say yeah. Closing up shop. I might come back up here. See you later, Ron. Yeah, thanks for popping in for a second. I might come back on a little bit later, depending on how work goes. I have a couple hours before I need to get to work, but I need to make sure that I have all the materials so I can go to work. I might be going live in the next 15 minutes. If I go back live, I'll probably go back live in the next 15 minutes. I'm gonna go change spots and go fish on the lakefront. I'll probably put my chest mount on so you get like the first person view. And it's a real pretty area that I'm about to go fish. I am gonna go fish. I just have to check on work first and make sure that I'm good to go this afternoon. So yeah, but look, Lou, I'll just call you Lou. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, all that fun stuff, so when I go back live you can find me again. And I'm gonna come back on in a little bit. So all right, Ron, appreciate you. Nice meeting you, getting your name and all that stuff, and look forward to fishing with you sometime soon. Hope the doctor visit goes well and all that stuff, and good luck when you come out here, and let me know how you do in Grand Isle. I'm curious, because I wouldn't mind driving down there and just bank fishing, because they charge me a lot extra to pull my trailer with my kayak. It's kind of frustrating. Like it's like $15 they charge to cross over that bridge. And I'm not about that life. Like, I mean, my goodness, I know we gotta help pay for the infrastructure and all that, but why are you gonna charge me $15 to drive across a bridge with my car and my kayak? That's not cool. Anyway, enough about all that. I'm gonna check on work. I gotta close it up. Come back and find me. Appreciate you guys. Ferg out.